Now I have so much fallout all over my fucking face. That's fun. Hey guys, it's Sue. Megan was out of town this weekend. She went to California for her dad's wedding, and, you know, in true us fashion, we didn't pre-film anything. So I thought that since, you know, Chatty Get Ready With Me videos were popular like 2 years ago on BookTube, and I'm always way behind on trends, that now would be a good time for me to do one. So I'm gonna just put some makeup on. I'll probably tell you like what I'm using, but I'm not going to go into detail about how I'm doing it and stuff. Some updates, because I know I used to do vlogs and I just kind of like fell off doing those. And yeah, just talk about some stuff. So let's get to it. Also, disclaimer, I do buy and have been only buying cruelty-free products for like many years. So if you see a product in here that is not cruelty-free, which there probably will be a couple, it means that I bought it years ago and it's probably very expired, but I'm still using it. So on that note, here's my foundation that I've been using. It's actually a SueCee cream, and I mix two things together. I use this, they're both Mary Kay products, which is not cruelty-free, but and this is a SueCee cream that's too dark for me, and this is a liquid foundation that's way too light for me, so I just mix them together and then put that on my face. Okay, so to start off, I thought I would talk about my health, because that's kind of was the main topic of my vlogs, and I'll probably be fairly brief because I don't think there's that much to talk about, but I have been pretty consistent with still taking my progesterone for my PCOS issues. My progesterone was almost 0, my progesterone level. And my last check-in, I had a check-in in September, and my progesterone level was doing much better. It still wasn't quite where she wanted it to be, but she said it was doing a lot better, and we'd reassess in, I think I have to go back in December, so next month, and check in again, and we might up the dose if I need to, but I'm really frustrated right now because I've been trying to get my prescription refilled, and for some reason I'm having like a hell of a time getting it refilled, because I don't know if it's because of like miscommunication or what's going on, but every time I call they're like, we're waiting for them, my provider, to give them the prescription, and then they're like, we've already sent it to them twice. So I'm also having a breakout right now, so great time to do my makeup on camera, right? The only change I've really noticed with, you know, having my progesterone level at a better place is my periods are a lot better. Well, they're different, I guess. I would say they're better, because before I would have like two pretty heavy days, and my cramps would be like awful, and I'd have to take like lots of ibuprofen. But now my periods have been longer, which is kind of a bummer, but it's not that bad. They're longer and they're lighter, and my cramps have been like way better. I haven't even had to take ibuprofen at all this period, which is crazy to me. I mean, I've had some cramps, but they haven't been very bad at all. So that's really good, but that's like the only real difference that I have noticed. So other than that, my health is pretty much the same. I'm working on mental health wise. I've been in therapy. I started going to therapy, which I think is helping. This is the Wet n Wild color photo focus concealer. It's kind of like a worse before it gets better type of thing though, I think. So right now I'm like, I think my emotional state is a little bit fragile, but I think I'm like making progress, and I think that that will be helpful. I think that'll eventually be helpful with my physical health too, because I think just like I use food as a coping mechanism, so I think learning better coping mechanisms will help. So that's going well. The only thing that sucks is that it's expensive, so I've been kind of broke. This is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer that I use. It's okay. I've used better primers, but this one's fine. My under eyes don't look great today. My skin's really dry, and I was gonna put some oil on my under eyes before I put makeup on them, and I forgot to, so oops. I'm gonna have crepey under eyes. But I'm actually not going anywhere. I'm getting ready to go nowhere because I never go anywhere because I work from home. Maybe I'll go to the grocery store later. I don't know. Okay, so eyeshadow. I don't know what I want to do. I usually don't. I just kind of go with the flow. I really have been wanting to use this palette more. This is the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. And it's got some really neat colors in it. The light's kind of bright. My mirror has lights on it, so I hope I'm not like too blindingly bright. I really love this color down here. I might put a little like concealer over my eyeballs. Make the colors pop a little more. Actually, I think I'm gonna do my brows first because I always feel like my eyeshadow looks weird until I have my brows done. Alright, so this is the J-Cat Precision Micro Slim Brow Pencil. It's basically exactly the same as the NYX brow pencil. Like, there's no difference, which I think is also a knockoff of maybe the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know, I never used that one because it's too expensive, but I also suck at doing my brows and I hate doing them. But right now my bangs kind of cover them, so who cares? What else did I want to talk about? Not really anything. I thought I'd maybe talk about my feelings on like BookTube right now. I've kind of been feeling a little bit, I don't know, like I've lost the passion, I guess. Jessica and Christina from Game of Tomes recently made a video talking about how they're leaving they're not even making videos anymore, basically. And a lot of what they said in that video is kind of the same feelings that I've been having, of just like, you know, focusing on other things in my life and feeling like it's just not as fun anymore, and like I'm doing it more as an obligation. And I feel like, oh, I just drawn myself on this sweater, my new sweater. This is the coziest, softest sweater I've ever owned. I got it from Target. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like some of you, if you've been watching us since, you know, we started BookTube or from our earlier days, you might notice that I just don't feel like we're as like animated or into the videos we film anymore, and I think it's because we kind of do them as an afterthought. We're like, oh god, what do we want to film? And then we'll just think of something and like film it right away. Or we'll be like, let's do this tag, it looks easy. Instead of like, this tag looks fun to do, we'll be like, this, we don't have to prepare for it, so let's do this one, you know? So I don't know that I like necessarily want to stop making videos, but I feel like maybe we need to reevaluate, because I mean, both of us have been sort of focusing on other things in our lives right now. Maybe we need to just like reevaluate and only make videos when we have something that we actually really care about, instead of just doing, you know, feeling obligated to make at least one video a week, even if it's like not a video that we really are that excited about, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe Megan and I will talk about it and see how we feel. But I mean, we've been doing this since 2016, I think, is when we started our channel. So it'll be 4 years in February. So it's been a while. It doesn't honestly feel that long, but it's been a while. So I don't know. I really like this color called Continue. It's kind of a weird, how can I get it up there? I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a weird chartreusey green color. Let's just slap some of that on there. It's like, I still have fun filming videos because, you know, I'm filming them with Megan, and we have fun together regardless. Like, I find myself, whereas before I used to like enjoy editing and stuff and would like edit things right away because I was like excited about it, now I put it off and, you know, wait till the last minute before I edit something and put it out. So I just don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I definitely do want to sit down and like kind of brainstorm like what some more, you know, fun and creative videos we could do would be, because, you know, for a while we've just been doing like wrap-ups and tags and TBRs for readathons. We did a lot of readathons this year, which is fun. I like readathons, but they're also a little exhausting and kind of like dictate what you can read. And so I feel like there's a lot of stuff I didn't get to this year that I wanted to, because I prioritized things to do for readathons instead. So I don't know, maybe next year I'll try doing like more of a, you know, mood reading year. Maybe, we'll see. Because I really, like I said, I really do enjoy readathons too though. So I don't know. Maybe just do fewer. Maybe I use like multiple palettes anytime I do my makeup, so I'm probably just gonna rifle through my palettes and find whatever colors I feel like. What should we do? Should we do like a greenish? I wish I had like an olive green eyeshadow, but I don't think I do that I can think of. Ooh, I think this one might. It's shimmery, but it might work. This is the Kat Von D. I bought it before all the controversy, so don't come for me. But this is the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette, I think it's called, which is a beautiful palette. I don't actually use it that much though, if I'm honest. But I'm gonna take this shimmery shade, even though I don't usually want to put shimmers in my crease, but I'm gonna do it, because whatever. Makeup's just makeup. Do whatever you want. I kind of regret that, but I already did it, so let's do it on the other side too. That's my feelings on BookTube. Alright, now I'm gonna blend out with more of that chartreuse color from here. It's called Continue. This is like a video game theme palette. It's really cute. I don't play video games though. But anyway, what else could I talk about? I take for fucking ever to do my makeup, so hopefully this video isn't 5 years long. Let's do something weird, because why not? What's the point in living if you're not gonna do weird shit? We've done some green, some olive green. Should we do just throw some orange up in there? Should we just fuck it up with some orange? I think I'm gonna go back in with that olivey green shade from this Kat Von D palette and take like a flat brush and pack that on the corner. All my brushes are dirty, so I just like rub them off on my hand. Well, I just watched a YouTube video earlier from Carrie Dayton, who is a mid-sized, she calls herself, fashion vlogger. I think she's like somewhere around a size 14, so she's actually like average sized for an American. But she made a video earlier, and I'll link it below, where she was talking about how much harder it is as a mid-sized person to find clothing at thrift stores. And as a plus-size person, I totally agree. And she was kind of talking about it around the subject of like, you know, sustainable fashion, and how there's a lot of people moving away from fast fashion, which I think is a really good thing, but you know, talking about how it's really difficult for larger people to really be able to do that because we can't find clothes in the thrift store. And that's something I've, you know, because I do feel a lot of guilt, I think, if I buy things from fast fashion places, but I don't have a lot of options otherwise for the most part. Like, yes, I can find things in thrift stores sometimes, but I have to really hunt and it's not always guaranteed that I'm gonna find anything. And also, most of the sustainable brands are, one, really expensive, and two, a lot of them don't have plus sizes. There are some that do, but they're really expensive, like I said. But I'm trying to, because at this point in my life, I own a lot of clothes already. So me going forward, I'm trying to just buy a lot less and only buy clothes if I really love them, and things that I think I will wear a lot and get a lot of use out of, so that way I'm not buying like a bunch of crap at, you know, somewhere like Forever 21 where it's super cheap but they don't last very long, or maybe it's like some sort of weird funky piece that I like but I'm only gonna wear it once or twice. You know, I'm trying to find like more of like, not exactly like a capsule wardrobe, but just like more basic things that I really am comfortable in and feel good in, I guess, and that I love. I understand that for like people like her, who that's her livelihood, like she kind of has to buy clothes to have content, that's difficult. And then if you're someone who's like maybe you've recently gained weight or lost weight and you have to like rebuy your wardrobe or something like that, I get that too. But for the most part, I think that if people just more conscious of like how much they're buying, that would help a lot, instead of just, you know, feeding into this like capitalist, buy all the, you know, every new trend, you have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff and buy, you know, just kind of slow down and be like, do I really need this? But another thing she talked about too was kind of like the gentrification of thrifting. And that's something, again, that's bothered me too, because, you know, thrifting has become really popular. I'm going to pick out my next eyeshadow shade because I'm going to sit here forever talking without doing anything if I don't. I think I'm going to try, I might regret this, I don't know, but I'm going to try this weird kind of peachy shimmer color called Rapture. Sorry, I like hardly ever use this palette, and of course, the one time I'm filming a video, I use this like most controversial makeup thing I own, which is a Kat Von D product, but like I said, I bought it a long time ago. And this is actually, I think, like the only Kat Von D thing that I own. I used to use her eyeliner, that tattoo liner that everyone loves, or loved, I should say. But it's too expensive, so I started using less expensive eyeliners that work just as well, in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, so that's something that I noticed, because I used to thrift back when I was in college, and that was kind of before thrifting it was like kind of the beginning of thrifting becoming popular, I would say. But it was definitely before it like really blew up. I'm gonna wet this because hopefully that'll make it look a little poppier. Yeah, so I've definitely noticed that the prices at thrift stores have gone up quite a bit. Like, I went, maybe a month ago, went to the DAV, or they renamed it the Red Racks for some reason, but it's like the DAV thrift store, but that's kind of the main place I go if I want to look at clothes usually. And last time I went, I had a hard time finding anything decent looking that was under like $10, which is ridiculous to me. Yeah, and this time I was finding, I mean, I guess there was some stuff in the like $7 and $8 range too, but for me, for thrifting, I feel like that's still expensive. And you know, it really sucks for the people that thrift because, you know, they need inexpensive clothes. And not because they want to be cool and sustainable or whatever, but because that's literally like their only option, you know? So, I don't know, it's just kind of one of those situations where it feels like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And it's like, when it comes to sustainability too, I do think that people should be a little less judgmental of others, and also realize that like one, as an individual, there's not that much you can do, I'd say. Like, the real problem is these, like, handful of corporations who are, you know, really fucking up our planet. So we shouldn't feel so guilty as individuals for, you know, using plastic straws or whatever. But also to realize that, like, being able to, like, buy specific clothes from specific places, or eat specific kinds of foods, or use specific, you know, types of things, whatever, it all is, like, a privilege in some ways, you know? Like, some people can't afford to eat vegan, you know? Some people can't afford to be choosy about what they eat in general, or what they wear. You know, some people with disabilities might need straws and things like that, you know? Like, don't be so judgmental of other people's lifestyles is all I'm saying. But I don't know, I've been reading, well, I started, my book club book for this past month was a book about the Enneagram. I think it's called The Essential Enneagram. I don't know, I haven't actually finished it, even though we already had our meeting, but I kind of got distracted partway through and was just reading about Enneagram stuff online, which I had already taken, like, the Enneagram test online, so it's probably not, like, the real one, but I had taken that, and I'm a 9, which I feel like is not surprising at all, because I'm definitely, like, the peacemaker, and I don't like conflict, and I try to avoid it at all costs. So that was, you know, definitely not a surprise. But it's so funny because we were talking about it in book club, and we all kind of went around and said what our Enneagram number was, and talked about, you know, kind of how we felt about that and whatever. And there's another woman in my book club who said, she went before I did, and she was like, I really wanted to be a 9, but I'm actually a 5. And I literally felt the exact opposite. I was like, I really wanted to be a 5, but I'm a 9. Because, like, 5s, I think, are like the investigator, and they're like really independent. And I think I want to be that. Like, I don't want to need anyone. But, well, part of my problem in my career and otherwise, I think, is that because I'm such, like, a peacemaker and I want to avoid conflict, I'm a people pleaser, you know? And I'm not good at asking for what I need. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, like, pinky shade from this highlighter palette and put it on the inner corner of my eye. I don't know, I'm just kind of like, I wish I was one of those people that just, like, had it figured out from the beginning and knew exactly what they wanted to do. But I think part of my problem is that, like, I'm such a, I don't know, maybe realist isn't the right word, pessimist a little bit maybe, which is actually kind of counter to how 9s are supposed to be, but whatever. That, you know, what I wanted to be as a child was an artist. But I think at some point I was like, well, that's never going to be a lucrative career, which, I mean, it is for some people, you know, so it's like, why not me? But I just was like, no, I can't do that, so I didn't. And now I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I wish I'd done graphic design, probably, is what I should have done in college. But again, I was, like, so undecided for what I wanted to do, and I was like, I'm really good at English, so I guess I'll do that. And now I'm bored. So, I don't know. I'm trying to, like, kind of get that creative spark back with just anything, really, because I think just a lot of factors. Now I'm taking, this is one of my best, like, makeup eyeshadow tricks that I really like, is once I'm done with my eyeshadow, just to clean it up, I'll take, like, a flesh, something that matches my flesh tone. This is maybe even a little light, but it works. And I kind of use that one as a bit of a brow highlight, but also I kind of use it to blend out the edges and also kind of erase any spots that got a little out of hand. Yeah, I'm just kind of, and that's like also partly why I think I'm not super focused on BookTube right now, which I know BookTube is kind of a creative thing as well. I feel like the way we do our videos is not especially creative. I can be, I guess, but it depends on how you do it. But I don't know, I miss doing art, I guess. God, my eyes look so sunken in these days. I don't know if it's because I don't get enough sleep, which I don't, so that's probably part of it, or because I'm like puffy and I gained weight for one, but I think I'm also just like, I have loads of inflammation in my body at any given time. So probably if I just like went on a cleanse of sorts and didn't eat the food that caused me inflammation, probably I would lose a lot of the puffiness in my face and elsewhere. But so I need to do that, but like I said, I'm working on it in therapy with like better coping mechanisms and all that. But now the question is, should I do liquid eyeliner or nah? I'm thinking nah, just because I don't feel like it. And like I said, I'm not going anywhere, so who really cares? I am gonna do some black eyeliner. This is from Starlooks, I think. I don't know. Obviously, I've used it a lot. I actually really like this eyeliner. I'm pretty sure the brand is Starlooks. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag forever ago, because I haven't gotten Ipsy bags in years, and I mean, I've used up almost all of it at this point. But I really like this. I think it's pretty expensive though, because I think I looked, because I was like, I'm gonna have to repurchase that at some point, because I like this eyeliner a lot, and I was like, damn. But anyway, I like tightline my upper waterline with this, which I'm really bad at it. I'm gonna look real dumb doing it, so enjoy. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I'm gonna take, because now that I think about it, I think I have a color that's very similar. Should I do that one? I think I'm gonna take this color from, this is another little sugar pill palette called, this was the Feline Fancy. It was limited edition, so I don't think they have it anymore, but I'm gonna take this color called Swack, Sealed with a Kiss, and put that over this peachy color, because this just isn't doing it for me. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. It's also a little darker, but that's okay. I'm gonna take this, which I also have almost used this entire pencil, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of it. I'm gonna have to find something else, because this is a Rimmel pencil, and Rimmel's not cruelty-free, so I can't repurchase it. But this is just a nude for me. Again, it matches my skin tone. Pencil that I line my waterline with, my bottom waterline. And then what I like to do is pat on a shadow on top of that. So I'm gonna do that olive shade from this palette. I really need to start getting better sleep. I'm so bad at like going to bed at a decent hour. I don't know why. I'm like, I'm 32 fucking years old. I should be able to put myself to bed at this point, but I need to start taking, because part of the problem is that unless I'm like absolutely exhausted, I don't fall asleep easily. So I wouldn't say I have insomnia exactly, but I just it's always, ever since I was a child even, like I don't fall asleep easily. Once I'm asleep, I'm fucking dead to the world. But I don't go to sleep easily unless I'm just like so tired that then I can go to sleep anywhere. But yeah, because of that, I often like stay up way fucking late, because I wait until I'm so fucking tired that I feel like I could collapse where I am, and then go to sleep, so I'll fall asleep right away instead of laying in bed and, you know, with my own thoughts, which is terrifying. Not really, but okay, I think other than mascara, I think my eyes are done, but I'm gonna skip to contour because I haven't done that yet. So this is a Milani contour stick. It has a highlight on the other end. I wish they would just sell just the contour stick because I don't use this highlight, but this is like the best shade I've found for me thus far in a contour stick because it's very cool toned. Yeah, but I need to start taking melatonin. I used to take it and then I don't know, I just stopped and I don't really know why. Which I know some people have problems with like melatonin giving them nightmares. I don't think I've ever had an issue with that. So it should be fine. But it really does help fall asleep. Progesterone's also supposed to make you sleepy, but mine does not, so I don't know. Okay, for blush, this is kind of my go-to blush usually, unless I'm doing, if I do like a really, I don't know, cool toned look on my eyes, I might use like a pink blush instead, but this is the Milani Luminoso. It's a corally shimmery blush. I like shimmery stuff because like I said, my skin is very dry, so anything to make me look, you know, slick and sweaty. I also have a zit like right where I put that contour, so looks great. Okay, and then lastly for my face, I think I'll just use that same highlight. This is from Flower Beauty. I don't know, I lost the brush that came with it, but I didn't use it anyway. So I think I'll use this middle shade, which is the same shade I used on my inner corner. It's kind of a pinky highlight. And I like this because I feel like it's more of a kind of natural look. I don't know if you can see it super well. Instead of being, I don't know, I like the unnatural looking ones too sometimes, but for like an everyday kind of look, which I know some of you are looking at my eyeshadow and being like, everyday, really? But this would be an everyday look for me. I like a more natural face look, I guess, and then a crazy eye look. And lips I go crazy on my lips too. But for my face, I kind of try to keep it a little bit more subtle. I mean, I don't know, maybe this isn't subtle to some people either, but okay, so that's done. I think all that's left is mascara and then some lips. So I don't even remember if I've fully finished my thoughts on what I was talking about at this point. Yeah, that's kind of my update on my health, my life. I don't know. I've thought about starting the vlogs again, but like I said, I was just kind of like losing the passion for doing videos in general, I think, and the editing was what was really getting to me. Just, you know, casually scratching my cleavage right now, but yeah, it was the editing that I was like, oh, I don't want to fucking do this. I'm going to do my mascara. I'm going to start with this Pacifica Stellar Gaze mascara. I like this to use under another mascara because it's kind of, it gets flaky and stuff, but if you put it on first, because I like the brush mainly, I think is what I like about it. I'm holding it where you can't fucking see it. I always layer two mascaras because I don't like wearing false lashes. They drive me fucking nuts. So, a tip I learned to make your lashes look a lot more full is to put on two different mascaras. So I'll put this one on first, only on the top, because like I said, it's kind of a flaky. I don't think it's waterproof. It might be, I'm not really sure. I don't think it is though. So it doesn't work well on the bottom lashes because it like smudges and flakes off. But if I put a layer of it on, and I just got mascara on my face, this always happens when I do my mascara. And then I'll take something else. Yes, this is old as fuck. This is L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. And it has this weird little tiny rubber brush. It's real old and it's definitely way past expired, but does anyone actually throw out their expired makeup? I don't know, I sure don't. So I'll put that on the bottom lashes. And the trick for the top lashes is that you want to let your first layer dry a little, but not all the way. So you want it to still be kind of tacky when you put your second layer on. And sometimes I fuck this up and I end up with like spider lashes galore, but we'll see what happens. I'm I might have waited too long. It might be too dry. That worked out pretty well, I think. Alright. You also noticed that, like, I just didn't even put makeup on my forehead, really, because my bangs cover it. I need to straighten the bottom layer of my bangs. Is that what I want? I don't know. It's kind of a basic bitch color, isn't it? This is Sedona from... I think you can still buy this from... This is Makeup Monsters, but she like did away with Makeup Monsters and started a new company called Menagerie Cosmetics or something Menagerie. And she still sells this shade called Sedona, but it's Menagerie now instead of Makeup Monsters. But she has some really pretty palettes that I would like to own, but kind of trying not to buy a bunch of shit right now. Alright. I get a lot of questions of like how I put lipstick on with this piercing. And the answer is I go around it and then I do this. Boom. I should have done this. This is what I should have done. I'm just gonna put this over it. This is Trinket from Sugar Pill, and it's sparkly. And I feel like I need some sparkle today. And it smells like dreamsicles. All their lipsticks, except they have had some like special limited release ones that had different scents, but all their liquid lipsticks smell like dreamsicle, like orange cream, which is probably my favorite flavor in the world. I love a dreamsicle. So this scent is like heavenly to me. Also, the way Trinket works is like you let it dry down, and then the more you like press your lips together, the more the sparkle comes out. So once it's dry, it'll look more sparkly. But there's my look. Let me turn. Ooh, that didn't help. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get a picture because I feel like it's not showing up in all its glory. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I like this kind of weird color scheme I have going on here. But anyway, that's my makeup get ready with me thing. I've never done this before, so hopefully it wasn't terrible. I've been filming for over an hour. This is gonna be fun to edit. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of all over the place with my thoughts, so hopefully I said something coherent, and hopefully you enjoy this. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.